Howdy folks, welcome back to Boondockery. Today's going to be another jumping on the old school bandwagon videos. This time it's going to focus on a wonderful Thanksgiving dinner, MRE style, with menu 7, turkey diced with gravy. Now this is another one of those beauties I was able to find at my local indoor flea market. I can't exactly tell you how old it is, because they manufactured this particular MRE from the inception of MREs from 1981 through 1985. And the contents included a potato patty, freeze-dried. Well, in 1986, they dropped the potato patty, and all you had left was the fruit freeze-dried and cocoa. Well, in 1987, which was the last year they produced this MRE, they dropped the cocoa. What were they thinking? The cocoa's the bomb. But we're going to find out exactly how old it is when we open this thing up. Well, let's go ahead and open it up and see exactly how old it is. Now, when I was in the first year and a half, we were still using C rations. Now, these existed. However, they wanted to, use up all of the C ration supplies that they had before they started issuing us the MREs. And when we received our first MREs, they were probably some that were first produced. And things like the crackers and some of the main entrees were literally the exact same product that was in our C rations. Our crackers were round, just like they were in the C rations. We had like beef slices and barbecue sauce. Well, the beef slices were circular, exactly the way they were in the cans of C rations. So just by looking at the crackers, which I can feel them right here. I can feel the crackers. I can tell that they are square, or at least I think those are the crackers I'm feeling. So this will probably be one that came a little later on. Okay, we have that. Let's go ahead and pull some of this stuff out. Yes, we have square crackers. Oh, we have the potato patty. This is very interesting, because I know for a fact that this was the early ones from 81 through 85, and we were getting the round crackers. So far, all this stuff looks absolutely pristine. This, I'm very, very impressed with this. Turkey diced with gravy. We have grape jelly. There is no swelling on any of these. There's a little bit of debris on this one. I think it came from the glue from one of the boxes. But we have grape jelly. Yes, cocoa beverage powder. Type 1, fortified. Love this stuff. And we have Accessory Pack A. Now, Accessory Pack A came with every single version of the turkey diced with gravy. And oh yes, the maple nut cake. So let's go ahead, nice little layout here. Have our crackers. Let's make sure everything stays in frame. We have the jelly, the cocoa, the maple nut cake, and our accessory pack. Now, we're going to go ahead and start opening some of these things up. The first thing that I'm going to do is I've got to open the turkey diced with gravy, just to see if it does not feel like there's any swelling. There's some of that dried glue right here, and I think that's what was breaking off. I hope, because I don't smell anything, I hope that this is not the package that has failed and it's busted open. Let's see what we got here. Let's go to the other side. It looks a little easier to open. Now, I remember the first time that I received an MRE, I was completely intrigued. I thought this was like space age stuff, sci-fi type stuff, because it was so different than RC rations. Okay, here we go. Well, it's sort of stuck in there. Oh yeah, I remember the boxes, the packages were glued in the boxes. I had forgotten about that. They were actually glued inside the boxes. That never made any sense to me. There is no punctures, there's no swelling. And let's see. I don't know if any of these numbers have anything to do with dates, but okay. I'm going to just go ahead and tear the paper away from the glue because I don't want to accidentally tear open the retort package, which is sort of a shame, but I sort of wanted to keep the box. Okay, there's some of that glue. Okay, so we have the turkey, destroyed packaging. That's okay. Let's take a look at that maple nut cake. These were actually pretty good. My least favorite was the orange nut cake. And just didn't really care for that. It had great big pieces of dried orange peel in it. I'm serious, it was orange peel. And was not a fan. Very strong flavor. Not a very good eating experience. Chewing on those great big chunks of dried orange peel. But maple nut cake was actually pretty good. Okay, and it is also glued to the interior. There's a little bit of air in here. We'll see what happens when we open this. But you can see where all the retort packages were glued to the interior of the boxes. Okay, now what we're going to do first here, let me go ahead and back up and regroup. And I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm no Steve 1989, as you can obviously tell. I'm going to go ahead and open this first. Well, here it goes. See if I'm hit with this stench of rancid maple nut cake. Okay. Wow. That smells pretty dang good. Let's go to open this up just a little bit more. Look at this. Is it up here? You can see it. This actually, and this is pretty much the same color it was from my memory. Oh, here goes nothing. I don't want to spoil my supper, so I won't eat a whole lot. I'll just try a little piece. Mmm. Daggum, I'm pretty good. Wow. Before I go any further, I want to tell you that officially MREs, if they are stored at 75 degrees Fahrenheit, they have a shelf life officially of 3 to 5 years. Now, let's do some math here. This is one of the ones that was produced between 1981 to 1985. So it's anywhere between, so it's 2024 now. So it's anywhere between 39 and 41 years old. Correct my math. But anyway, it's ding dang near 40 years old, plus or minus a year or two. But there's a little bit of an aftertaste. But I don't really remember if there was an aftertaste for these types of things when I ate them originally. Well, what I'm going to do next is I am going to boil the turkey diced with gravy. And I'm going to boil that for about 10 minutes. And then I will attempt to open it. Right now the packaging is perfectly fine. There's no swelling. The contents feels pretty much like it would have back in the day. So I'll go ahead and put this on the boil, and while that's boiling, I'll get everything else ready to go. Now, even though I have a USGI issue canteen cup and mess tin, I'm not going to use those because it's cold outside, and after heating these things up, I want them to stay hot for a little bit. So I'm going to be using a GSI insulated coffee cup for my hot beverages, and I'm going to be using my Will Do mess kit to display everything in. Let's go ahead and open up the accessory packet. Boy, this brings back a lot of memories. I wonder if we have chiclets in with these. Nope. And the sea rations, we either got chiclets or beachies. And yeah, believe it or not, I actually had a preference. I like the chiclets. So we have chewing gum. We have a packet of matches. We have the holy grail of instant coffees. Coffee Instant Type 1, 2.2 grams. And we have the cream substitute, and it is in a metallic type of packaging. We have the sugar, and we have iodized salt. Now, the thing that's really cool about the cream substitute in these aluminized packages, we used to open these up and sprinkle our sugar in there and shake those up really, really good to where the sugar is completely incorporated in it. And we would fold the aluminized packaging over, and we put it by a heat source, you know, over a trioxane tab or something like that, flip it a couple times until it got hard. And then we peeled away the packaging, and we had a little cookie. We called them Ranger cookies. But when you have pretty much the same sea rations all the time, any way that you can enhance your dining experience, we did it. And of course, we have paper, toilet, general purpose, and the first MRE spoons were sea ration spoons. This is exactly a sea ration spoon. So we go ahead and get things ready to go ahead and lay out. I want to check on my turkey diced with gravy, and I'll be right back. We've got a few more minutes to go on the turkey diced with gravy, and I'm going to go ahead and open up a couple more of these before I lay them out. And this is the crackers. Be very careful with these, because I want them to be intact, if by any chance they are. Can you imagine crackers being on the very outside of the MRE packaging against the outer wall for 40 years and not be broken? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Don't want to rush it. Oh, look at these. Look at these. Look at this. They are intact. They smell like GISU crackers. Oh, that's exciting. Okay. Now, check out the jelly here. Put a little bit out on my finger. That looks like molasses. It's strong, but it tastes like grape jelly. Okay. Now, I think the other things should be good to go. Freeze-dried potato patty. It's vacuum sealed. I have no doubts about this. So, let's go ahead and plate things up. I've got the turkey diced with gravy in my little freeze-dried meal koozie. I want that to stay good and hot while I make my freeze-dried potato patty. I don't know how far I'm going to have to cut this. We will see. Because I'm going to be using the packaging as the vessel for it. Okay, here we go. We're good there. Feels, oh, that's nasty. Oh, that's nasty. Okay. Yeah, here it is. This is gooey. It's sticky. It's nasty. Oh, well, I'm not going to have any potatoes with my, oh, this is just, it's hideous. And it smells really bad. How in the world, oh, that's horrible. How in the world could a freeze-dried potato patty be the only thing in this so far that's nasty? I'm just hoping when I open up that turkey diced with gravy that it's fared much better than the potato patty freeze-dried. Okay, I washed my hands, and that was foul. That was absolutely foul. Of everything that's in this, the one thing that I thought would be absolutely pristine would be a freeze-dried potato patty. Oh, that was rancid. Well, we'll see what happens with the turkey diced with gravy. Oh wow, that was really good and hot, which is hopefully a very good thing. Let's see if we can open this up. And we'll see what this is like. Okay, here we go. Now, it smells really good. And let's see if you can see it. Okay, it's almost like turkey soup at the moment. Super, super hot. See if we can get any more of that goodness out of that pouch. I hated using these old sea ration spoons for the MREs. Absolutely hated it. Stuff was all over my hands all the time. Okay, here it goes. 40-year-old turkey diced with gravy. Like I said, it smells fantastic. Okay, here it goes. Dadgum. That's really good. I mean, there doesn't appear to be any discoloration, which even canned goods over a period of time will discolor a little bit, change your texture. There's a little bit of a stronger flavor, I think, to this. It's like the jelly. The jelly just seemed to have a stronger flavor. But other than that, I think it's good to go. Yeah. I'm good with it. I'm going to put it back in here to stay warm while I try a couple of the other things. Okay, let's try a little bit more. Well, let's just try the crackers and jam or jelly. Look at that. That crisp. Okay, I gotta try one with nothing on it. That's insane. 40 years old, and it tastes like a cracker. I mean, it's crisp. There's no off flavor. That's very impressive. Now, yes, and they are dry. I always hated the jelly because it was always so messy. And, oh, there we go. It has a strong flavor. Wow, that looks like molasses. And it's really runny. And messy. But it's good. So let's try a bigger piece of the maple nut cake. Jelly. Now, for those of you, very few out there, that may be like me and you actually like fruitcake, good fruitcake, not the mass-produced, sit on the shelf for like 20 years fruitcake. The aroma and the flavor of this reminds me of a good fruitcake because it has that's good. It has just a sort of a hint of molasses in there. Very good. And the fact that this does contain nuts, I think is nuts, because a lot of things that contain nuts tend to go rancid earlier than other things and the different types of rations. This is excellent. I cannot believe it. 40 years sitting on someone's shelf somewhere and still completely edible minus the potato patty. That that is something that I really find hard to believe. But It's delicious. I can't believe it. One thing that I neglected to do, which with as crazy as things have been, it doesn't surprise me. One thing I did not say over my wonderful Thanksgiving dinner is grace. So, dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for all your many blessings. Thank you for the food that I'm consuming and will continue to consume. And I pray you bless me with not allowing me to get botulism or any other foodborne bacteria or viruses. Father, I pray that everyone viewing this has a wonderful Thanksgiving, comes closer to their family, enjoying their time together, and I pray that they glorify you in thanks. For all these things I pray in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. I had intended to pray prior to eating, but I got a little sidetracked. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of this up, and after that I'm going to make my favorite hot beverage. Well, finished off my turkey, and I want to make my beverage before the water gets too cool. Just got 3 crackers left, and I'm going to save that to have with my beverage. And my favorite beverage, if you had the MRE you could get everything in, is the coffee, type 1. Amazing stuff. About the closest thing that I can get to it now is Cafe Bustelo. It's a little darker roast, but still amazing. Good. Blend these as I can. Okay. And the cocoa beverage powder, type 1, fortified. This stuff, if you just put like a canteen cap or 2 canteen caps of water in it and you stir it up, it makes the best pudding. Go ahead and put the sugar in and the creamer. As you can see, that aluminum liner in there turns into a little bake oven if you want to make yourself a little Ranger cookie. Okay, here we go. That's the one thing I love about these military hot beverage powders, is they dissolve perfectly. All right. This is going to be a serious retro flavor extravaganza. Now, this is the Sunday prior to Thanksgiving 2024, and if by any chance I become ill in any way, shape, or form, I will definitely try to put something either on the tail end of the video, or I'll put it down in the description box as it goes. My plans are to have this posted midnight Wednesday night, so that way you can enjoy it on Thanksgiving Day. So let's try my favorite beverage, hot beverage from all the rations I've ever had. Oh, that is so good. Now, if there's any possible way that I could still buy boxes of coffee type 1 and cocoa beverage powder type 1, I'd buy a case of each easily. This, bar none, the best instant coffee I've ever drank, and the best instant hot cocoa I've ever had. Oh, that's glorious. Good combo. Well, folks, hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed it. I was very surprised in a lot of different ways, and not a whole lot of opportunities to have 40-year-old rations. And as soon as I saw it, I said, I'm getting it. I'm doing a video on it, and I'm glad that I did. So, well, folks, I truly and sincerely hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving. And for those of you that may not be in the States, you're elsewhere, you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I pray that you have a very peaceful and a very tranquil weekend. And hopefully you'll be able to spend some good quality time with your family and your friends and just have a wonderful, enjoyable time. But for those of you that do celebrate Thanksgiving, have a very, very happy Thanksgiving. Well, folks, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.